first steps into epic art, or make them squint. Because of the ease with which you can generate artistic creations, you can quite easily leap into epic art just about from the start. Here the question of transformative art and AI lawsuits is simply not important, because an epic scene involving many characters will never be similar to other art. It will become as unique as your curiosity and character and sense of humor and the fun you're having in that particular summer. All you need to do to start is picture one of the old paintings that involved many characters with unique traits. That is the recipe for epic art, captivating your viewer and hoping to change their life. In fact, a complex painting with multiple characters can kind of be seen, at least in the modern days, as the centerfold of a comic book. You may even eventually surround it with speech bubbles and countless pages of story panels, actually creating a comic from your epic work. You will need a handful of either related or opposing characters. It may be useful to involve multiple species, like you see in cartoons where you have cats fighting dogs. But you can stick to just cats. In my example, I created 16 unique cats in space helmets. Because it is trivial, and this is an important point, because it is trivial to paste a space helmet on top of a space suit. Even if you have difficulty to generate an animal or chibi space suit, all you really need to do is shorten space suit's arms and legs. Trivial work in Krita. And here, from a broader perspective, you are starting to develop a library of character components. Cat heads in helmets, animals' spacesuits, and whatever you paste on top of their mittens. Guns, swords, tricorders, or lasers and laser guns. Maybe other cats that shoot lasers? Perhaps not. Anywho, you can use layers in the free and open source Krita to place your cropped objects on and then group them into folders. But to start, create a simple background such as a galaxy with some spaceships, and then get all your little creatures out on a spacewalk. Printing such a creation out will no longer cost 40 cents as the case is with a 4x4 photo. You are probably looking at something upwards of $20. And then maybe even a frame. Though you can view your works as posters, so really all they would need is a backing. And rather than visualizing a poster of silly cats floating in space, imagine 16 posters at the local gallery. Go ahead, close your eyes and look at people moving from poster to poster. Simply lost in time and beyond fascinated with strange kittens and the stuff they hold in their mittens, and maybe a speech balloon or two. And that is long before you get to storytelling or comic books or comic panels, or even sort out your kittens into well-defined characters. In closing, know that every epic and life-changing work of art has humble and beautiful beginnings. The Hulk, for example, is green because of the ink that was available when printing comics. Originally, the Hulk was gray to make him grim, presumably, but it was not a stable color to be printing a large character with, and it would change from page to page. So they just went with green to keep the color stable. Early Simpsons cartoons are kind of crooked. But note how that makes them more charming. You would never say that the early Simpsons episodes are broken or there's something wrong with them. They are actually more fascinating because you're seeing Homer as that original, unusual version. When I made my way into the local game arcades as a teen, I was shocked to discover that Marge had such a long hairdo, oh my gosh, to hide bunny ears. Can you imagine that? What a magnificent thing to know, to see. And there's a rumor that Krusty the Clown was actually Homer in disguise. What this really means is that there is no such thing as a humble beginning in epic and life-changing art. The moment you spend that 15 minutes generating your 16 cats or characters is already epic, magical, and charming. You just don't notice it because you are too busy creating the whole thing. I have 3 words for you to get you started on detailed epic art this summer. Make them squint. Make them squint harder than they ever squinted when searching for fricking Waldo in a low-resolution blurry JPEG.